Hey, everybody, it's Scotty T, and back for his third time here on Your Comedy Minute. It's my buddy Zahan Sigara.
How you
Is that
doing,
right? Did
Scotty?
I say it right? Zahan Sigara?
You got it perfect.
How are you, my friend?
I'm great. I'm great. Been keeping
Three
busy.
times you're here for the third time.
Is that a record or what? How many people have been
Damn
on?
right. Nobody comes back after the first one.
Oh,
All right,
suckers.
look,
It's
you know when it was we met the first time.
about a year ago, probably now,
May
right?
May of 24, May of
Oh, damn.
2024 was when you were on the show the first time.
The second time would have been December of 24.
And what was the deal with that one?
That was with Sean Collins. I was touring with
Yeah.
Sean at the time, and he wanted to come on and say hi.
And what happened after that? Tell people what happened after that.
Just to mean with my career.
No, Sean had a heart attack.
Oh, Sean. Yeah, yeah. That was when he got home.
I
You know
don't,
what the crazy?
hey,
You know what
Sean,
the
if you're
craziest
watching,
thing
I
about that is?
apologize.
You know what the craziest thing about that is? Sean, I mean, from what he's told me back in the day, he was like a maniac, like cocaine and
Yeah,
alcohol
I,
every
I
single
kind
day.
of got that.
But now he's like, he was eating straight ginger. Like he wouldn't eat anything. He would just eat like super healthy. He was like he was a stick.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Our first interview, that was totally different. Then when Sean was on, it was like you were just sitting there like,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, he was there. It was more for him than me, right?
no, exactly. No, that's
Yeah.
why I did it.
Yeah.
So we're catching up. And for people that didn't watch the first one, I want to make sure they know. I think you were born, I know you're in Canada now, right?
Yeah, I was born here.
Born and raised in Canada,
Yeah.
but somehow, you get into the United States. I saw on Facebook you're in Chicago, New York. I think you have
Florida.
family in California and shit.
No, I haven't done California yet. But I've done Florida.
You have family in California, is that right?
Yeah, my sister lives down in LA.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, yeah.
But I saw you were in Chicago and in New
Yeah.
York. And now, how does
Yeah.
that work?
No,
How
just
does Trump let that happen?
well, ICE isn't as good as they think they are. That's
Let
all.
me say hi to the dog. Say hi to the dog. Bring the dog up. Hi, pup.
Yeah.
Hello. What's the dog? Hi, puppy. Look at that big son of a gun.
That's Alabama. She's from Hawaii.
Alabama. I love Alabama. I love dogs.
Yeah, that's my sister's dog. She got her in Hawaii and she left her here when she was visiting a few months ago.
Okay. Well, I love
So
Alabama. I love you, or I wouldn't have you back on. Like I said, we're gonna have fun. Born and raised in Canada, you get to in the United States, and seriously, if you don't mind, if you could,
yeah.
talk, is it like do you have a dual citizenship or you have a visa? Or how's that work?
Nah, I just crossed
You
the
just
border and then
go.
yeah. Most Canadians, I mean, if you're not headlining and making big money, they really don't care that much.
Okay, all right.
Right? Like you're allowed to go and do free shows. You just can't work without a visa.
Oh,
The
okay.
wild thing about the whole thing is if you wanted to come to Canada to perform, there's no visa process at all.
I've been to Canada.
No, but performers don't need a visa. So for American performers, you anywhere in the world, if you're touring and you're a touring act, you can come in, and as long as you don't stay more than 5 nights at the same place, there's no visa required. After 5 nights, it's considered a residency,
Okay,
right? So then they're like, oh, now you're taking a Canadian's job or whatever, get a visa. But other than that, like it's great
okay,
for Americans. They can just hop in, make less money because our dollar's worthless, and then go home.
okay. Well, I wrote down next because again, I do have a lot of admiration for you. You're one of the hardest working guys that I know. The term you use is I'm always grinding, and you are always grinding.
Absolutely. You just got to keep going, right?
But I have such admiration for a young guy like yourself that's just going and you have there's no stopping you. I just love it.
Well, you just got like I was talking to a friend today, and the thing is, there's I know so many comics, hilarious guys doing comedy 15, 20 years and just never go anywhere because they just get pigeonholed in their scene, right? They make enough money doing their
Yep.
regular shows. They have a day job. They're like, yeah, whatever, and you just get stuck. So if you want to do it, you've got to work different. You got to work smart. You got to keep going. The first time I toured with Luis Gomez, he's a New York guy, right?
Right.
Uh, Another comic came up to him and he asked him, he goes, what's more important, being funny or the business? And he goes, it's 99% business, 1% being funny. Yeah, because he said, you know what? If you're not funny, don't be a comedian.
Yeah, no, well, and that takes me to how did you start and what was the catalyst for starting doing comedy?
So, a couple of things on that. I've been thinking about because everyone always
No,
asks you,
I'm
right?
sorry, just one, Zahn.
This
Just
one, all right.
no, I'm kidding you. You
Slow it
do it.
down, kid. One.
No, no, back her down, Hot Rod. Go ahead.
Well, it's one of those things, I was always the funny guy, and everyone's like, "Oh, you should be a comedian. You
Sure.
should be a comedian." But I'm 41. When I was 20, there wasn't an open mic on every corner, so
Right.
it wasn't even something I knew how to get into,
Right.
right? And I was in bands and that back in the day. I was like being on stage, and then life got in the way. And then I was in LA at the Comedy Store and over COVID watching, and I was just like, I gotta do this,
Okay.
right?
Right.
So that was kind of I really wanted to do it. And I came back home. My daughter started singing, and
Okay.
she was getting like nervous to go on stage. So I was like, well, I can't sing. I've tried that, but I'll go on stage and do comedy to show you it's not scary. So I started doing it, and just never looked back.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Do you have advice for somebody that's just starting out? And the number one thing I hear is don't.
That's just because people don't want competition.
No, 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 no.
So many
No,
damn
I
comedians
really
as it
do.
is, right?
I've asked that question to a lot of comedians. I've done like 250 of these.
Yeah.
And I always say, well, do you have advice for somebody that's gonna, just starting out? And they always go, don't.
No, the best advice you can give someone starting out is start with simple jokes. I see
Yes.
so many comics trying to start out, and they're trying to start out by telling these long stories. And
Yeah, yeah,
storytelling is something that you evolve into. Like Bill Burr was a one-liner comedian for years, right? And everyone wants to tell stories because that's what's popular right now. And you're like, great, tell stories, but your stories aren't funny yet.
yeah,
They're really funny with your friends at a bar, but they're not funny
yeah,
on stage because you don't know how to do it. Just start with simple jokes.
yeah.
Get the hang of being on stage. Get the hang of the rules. Then you can break them, right?
Okay. Um, yeah, and and I'll get into social media aspect because, and I will put the links to your Instagram and
Cool.
Facebook and everything you do, but you do a lot of social media content, and I just love it. And like you had, and I don't know how you got the research on it. What country has the most? Um,
Big boobs.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. I just use Chat GPT and asked.
Okay. No, but I love videos like that you do, where you go around and there were a lot of people. Abby Pamnani, I think, was in that, and there were
Yeah,
people in
yeah.
there. And I just love how you go around and, in other words, you don't just limit it to doing stand up. Your reels and stuff are just fantastic.
Yes, it's weird because when I was in Florida, one of the comics that I was working with was like, you can't have so much crap on your feed because if you want to be a stand-up comedian, just have stand-up. I'm like, dude, I'm just trying to get followers, have fun, you
Yeah.
know, build a network of people who enjoy watching my stuff. Like I tour a lot with Ed Bassmaster. I don't know if you know who he is.
Can you get him on my show?
Yeah,
Okay, then he's on.
yeah. He's
Anybody that you can get on my show that's worth a pint of piss, send him my way.
Ed's got about 7 or 8 million followers.
Whatever,
But
whatever. Go ahead.
no, I'm
So
just
anyway,
saying,
I
but
didn't
like
mean
the
to
way,
interrupt, but go ahead.
but he's a prank guy. That's how he started doing pranks on YouTube, right?
Okay, all right, yeah,
And then he started turning into a comic because people wanted to see him live, and you can't do pranks live,
yeah,
you know,
right.
other than maybe some phone calls or something. But
Well, no, but in other words, and I'm jumping ahead because there's so much stuff, but I got to tell you, and I will props to you because we've known each other now almost a year and a half,
yeah,
and I've seen you evolve as a comedian, and I watched because you do a lot of crowd work,
yeah.
okay? And I got to tell you, I just saw it today. I've never seen you do it before, but your crowd work is amazing.
Oh,
Okay,
thank
the
you.
reels that you put up, and I got to give you props where you come out and say, "Boy, there's a good-looking audience," or "I heard there's a good-looking audience," and then you pick the guy. Tell them,
Uh,
tell them
I
what you do. Do you
Oh yeah, well,
remember?
that was in Florida. I came out and I said, "Hey, everyone said you were a good-looking audience. Now I see this guy and realized they were lying sons of bitches." Oh man, you know what though? The one thing I'll tell you with crowd work, I love crowd work. I think it's super
Yeah, you
fun,
do great. You do great,
and
bro.
audiences love it too. Like they'll come
Right.
up to me after, like, "That was so much fun. I love how you got us involved." If you want to get on TV, if you want to get in festivals, they don't like it.
That's okay. That's
No,
okay.
and I'm just saying they specifically say on all the festival guidelines now, please do not send us crowd work, right? And the way
Yeah.
I
No,
do
I get
comedy,
it.
the way I do comedy though, so I just say screw those guys. Because the way I do it is I tell people right when I get on stage, if I'm doing a longer set, I go, listen, I'm not like every other comic. I like hecklers. So you guys jump in anytime you want. Two rules. One, make it funny. It's a comedy show. Two, don't yell at someone else in the audience. Keep it all directed at me because I've had people start going back and forth and it gets out of
Okay.
control.
All right.
Right.
Well, that's
But
interesting. Do
yeah,
you
and
have a
I love
favorite?
it.
Do you have a favorite show that you've done so far, and one that maybe hasn't gone so good?
Oh man. So that one that you were talking about in Florida that you saw the clip of the night before,
Okay.
I just I don't smoke weed often and this girl gave
That's
me
a
like
shame. That's a
a
shame,
vape thing and I
son.
took a puff.
If
I
you have
got
something
so
now, light it
high.
up. Light it up.
I thought I forgot all my jokes. I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I was like, oh my God, like I was terrified. And then I get up on stage, and because I do so much crowd work and the way I don't write set lists, Mia, quiet, I'm on a podcast. My daughter just got
You're all
home from
right.
school.
You're all right. Bring her in.
Um,
Bring her in. Can we bring her in?
do you want to be on the podcast?
Come on. Come and
Yeah.
say hello. She's the
She
singer.
wants to eat.
Is
Yeah,
this
she's the
the
singer.
singer?
Yeah, the singer.
I love her. I've seen her
Come
on
say
video
hi.
lots of times. Come on in. Maybe she can sing a little bit.
You want to sing? No,
Come
she's too
on.
shy for everything.
Don't come on. Come on, young lady. Come here. What's your name?
Mia?
Me, I've seen you on video lots of times.
Yeah.
Your dad posts a lot of stuff.
I'm not
Now,
allowed to do
Mia,
that.
do you know what I used to do for a living?
No.
I worked in the music business.
Oh, nice.
I have gold and platinum records on my wall. I worked
Mhm.
with Whitney Houston and Tony Braxton, and you name an artist, I've been with them. Your dad will show you. So why don't you do a little bit? Give us a little something, all right? You can do something. Don't give me that. I'll come down there and I'll come all the way to Canada and rap you.
You have a cold? Oh,
That's
that's an
okay.
excuse, yeah.
Well, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
I
too.
think you're going to be a big star. You're a great singer. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Stay well.
Have a nice day.
You too. Bye bye.
So yeah, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, so in Florida, I was at St. Pete's. Is that what's called St. Pete's Comedy Club, right next to Hulk Hogan's bar?
I'm going to guess it's in St. Petersburg.
Yes, that's the one. And no, Clearwater. It was Clearwater Comedy Club. So that's what
Clearwater, but it's called St. Pete's.
no. This was St. Pete's is the other club. The guy owns two.
Wait,
So
Zahan,
doesn't
come on
matter.
now. Are
Yeah.
you smoking pot now? Did she light one up? Go
Is
ahead.
Clearwater in St. Pete's? Is
I
that
don't know. Go ahead with the
anyway? Doesn't
story.
matter. So
Favorite show.
I don't write a set list ever. I just have the jokes in my head and whatever feels right to come out comes out.
Okay, right.
And that was one of those nights where I just got on stage. I was like, I had nothing in my head, like not an idea. I didn't even remember a joke. And I just got
But
up
it
on
just
stage, started
hit.
talking to people, and just everything I said just
It just
gold.
hit. Yeah, cool.
It was one of those nights, right?
Right? No, wonderful. Least favorite. One word.
Least favorite.
Thing you didn't go so good.
I had a guy up from New York, Gaspare Randazzo. He's a teacher and he's got a big teachers podcast.
Okay.
So he messaged me, let's do some shows. So we did a show at Comedy Bar in Toronto about maybe a month ago, middle of August or something, a couple months ago.
Right.
And I get there, the host didn't show up. So we got stuck in the subway.
Well,
he
that's a
said.
problem, isn't it? All right.
And so yeah, the host didn't show up. I'm planning to do cleaner material. And I was talking to him. He's like, no. Teachers like it dirty because they're repressed. Do your dirty material. So I go out there. I change all the material, my plan of what I'm going to do in my head before I go out there, which whenever I do, that's never a good sign because when you have a plan and then you change it
Yeah,
last
yeah,
minute,
okay.
then the host wasn't there. So I go up cold, which is fine. And it was just like, I was getting giggles, but it wasn't the laughs I like. And I was just like, after I got off stage, the host shows up right when I get off, of course. He's like, how was it? I'm like, well, I bombed. And then I was sitting at the bar afterwards, depressed.
I like that. I had fun.
Yeah, just like shots, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, all these people start coming up to me like, "You were so funny. You were so funny." I'm like, "Well, why didn't you laugh? That would have been nice." Oh, well, I was with people from work, or I even got a message on Instagram from some girl who was like, "Oh, you were really funny, but I was with my mother-in-law, so I didn't feel comfortable laughing." And I
Okay.
was like, "Yeah, well, thank you. I
All the
appreciate
dirty
that."
material worked out well.
Yeah, yeah. I
All
mean,
right,
they liked it. They just didn't want to laugh at it
no,
in front of people.
it's a slippery slope.
I've had that
Well,
happen last year around Christmas as well. During like it was at a comedy club, but there was a lot of corporate groups there.
yeah.
And I think when people are with people from work, they just feel a little bit apprehensive about what they can laugh at.
Well, I've had a lot of corporate comedians on that do cruise ships and stuff, and you work. Whoa, whoa,
I don't
whoa!
know. It's just there we go.
You work clean. You work if you work clean, it's a different set. Anyway, let's keep going because we got a lot to cover yet. You
Yeah,
got a new podcast you saw is starting. I saw you got a new place.
yeah. So I've got a
It's
new podcast.
a magician buddy of yours.
Yeah, so he went to high school with me.
Okay.
He was living in Mexico, and we were just chatting randomly. And he's like, "Hey, I'm moving back to Toronto." So his mom gave him her house, and she took his house in Mexico. She's retiring.
Okay.
So he's like, "I got an empty house." It's like, "Great, I need a place to do a podcast."
Okay. Good.
So I've been shooting this podcast at a bar, and all the material was completely unusable because it's so loud in the damn bar. So I'm gonna
Okay.
reshoot it all. But it's called "I Don't Get It, I'm Just a Guy,"
Okay.
and I basically interview women about dating and relationships
Oh,
and get their
cool.
point of view, and from like with a guy asking questions. So I just ask all the questions that we want to know the answers to, and they're
Oh,
surprisingly
wow.
forthright. They say a lot of shit that I would never imagine a woman would say.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's like your one we were talking about earlier about the fake boob sizes that you had several women on that one.
Yeah, that one's a
Yeah.
little easier. But
Well,
yeah,
no, I
women
was
are
surprised.
yeah, women are just people. They want to laugh and say dirty
Yeah,
things
you're
too.
right.
They're
You're
just
right.
scared to say it in public sometimes. But when they're on a podcast and they have a drink or two, they say some crazy stuff. So people should definitely take a listen.
You may not know this, but this is true. I've said this. If I could have nothing but women on this show, I would.
Yeah,
Just because there's a dynamic there between a male and a female, that there's just I get along with women. Not in real life, but um, when you were in New York recently, I saw some bracelets, and I was wondering about Kill Tony. Did you actually try to get on the show, or you had friends there, or what was going on there?
well, I work with a couple of Kill Tony guys. I work with Charlie Mack, Martin Phillips, Rick Diaz, and I booked them. Right, so I'm a booking
Okay.
agent for them. So we went down, me and a buddy, mostly to get for the just for the after parties.
Okay.
To meet everyone, network a little bit. That was a lot of fun. But we went down the first night, which was Killers of Kill Tony, and I got a story about that for you. And then I went on the
Okay.
second night. We tried to get on the show. We put our bracelets on and everything, and it didn't work
Is
out.
that
But
a is that your comedy minute? Because you can tell it if you want, if it's not your
it
comedy minute.
wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't.
No, no, no.
But
I mean, then go ahead and tell the story about that. Do it. Go ahead and do it.
yeah, yeah. So we were watching the Killers of Kill Tony, and Tony Hinchcliffe came on last,
This is in
obviously.
Madison Square Garden in New York, right?
Yeah, in Madison Square Garden,
Because
and
I
he's
don't know if you know this. You know Corey Albert, who's up in your neck of the woods.
yeah,
Corey was on, led the last show.
yeah, he was the first guy.
Yeah, go
He's in
ahead.
Connecticut. He's out of
No,
Connecticut.
I know, but he's been to
Yeah.
Canada, and you guys are buddies.
Yeah, yeah, no, I met him down there. He
Don't
came
make
and
me look
met
like
up.
an asshole. I'll come up there to Canada and drop you like a fucking bad transmission.
So Tony's up there. He's bombing, doing his race material, and then he decides to flip it a little bit. So he goes, "You know who I hate the most? Everyone always asks me, who do you hate the most, Tony?" And I said, "I don't hate anyone, but if I had to pick somebody, it's Canadians."
Oh no!
So he just did 15 minutes on how much he hates Canada, and
Right?
I got really riled up.
Did you really?
Oh, I wanted to fight him.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I was calling buddies of mine and being like, "Yo, when I come to this after party, I'm not gonna hit somebody, but if I tell him off, is that gonna be like he'll respect me or he's gonna hate me and ruin my career?" Like, please don't talk to him. The best thing is just to ignore him. And so everyone was saying I was so angry because I was like, he keeps going on about our healthcare system, and he said that we're the ugly cousins that you leave up in the attic and you go beat once in a while. And I was like, dude, we're more like your little brother who we've been mooching off you our whole lives, but now that you're being a dick, we're just gonna go fuck all your ex-girlfriends. That's the way I see it, right? Oh, so when I got to the bar though, just to end that story, I get to the bar and I start chatting with everybody, and I kind of ignored him. I cooled way down. I just went up to him and I shook his hand. I go, "Why do you hate us?" And he looked at
Oh
me all
yeah.
confused like this. He's like, and I was like, "Canadians," and I was wearing Jay's hat, and I put it in my head, and he goes, "Oh," and I just walked away.
That's great. Let's talk about the new project. You got something on Amazon coming, I think.
Yeah, so we've got a show called One Night Stand Up, which I self-produced with a venue out just about 2 hours outside of Toronto in the middle of nowhere called Capital 33.
Yep. Your favorite
Yes,
club in the whole world
yes, sir.
in
There,
Ontario. Ontario,
yeah,
Canada, is that right?
it's in Ontario. It's in Delhi, Ontario.
Okay.
Well, if you say Delhi, the people there freak out.
Well,
So
that don't piss, I don't want to piss off people in Canada. I piss enough off here in the United States. Jesus Christ, Zahn. I'm trying to win over
but
Canada.
if you want to win those people over, you just say you went to Nikki's. That's their local strip club, and then they get super excited. It's
Okay, no.
country
Anyway,
folks.
so
Yeah,
your new show,
yeah.
one
So
night
new show,
stand up,
One Night Stand Ups. I'm hosting that. We're doing a monthly episode and putting it on Prime. And
it's going
we had
on
Martin,
Amazon Prime.
yeah, and we had Martin Phillips headline the first one from Kill Tony.
Okay,
The second one's good. We're recording on October 16th, and we have Brady Matthews.
okay,
He lives out of Dallas.
okay.
But he was a Comedy Store regular. His name's on the wall of the Comedy Store in LA. He's been on a million
Well,
TV shows
I
and all
just
that. So
I'm thinking outside the box here, Zahn. But maybe before they get on Prime, have them on here, and I'll help promote it. What else do you have going on? The new thing again is called what is it called? Stand up,
one night stand up.
one night stand up, and you plan on doing this
It's gonna be
like
a
just
monthly
keep
show.
okay.
Yeah.
And it's going to be on Amazon, or is the first episode? When does the first episode premiere?
We don't have a drop date yet because it's being
Okay,
edited. So they have to once it's all edited, it's gotta get approved and then put up, and so they haven't given us
okay.
a date. But
Well,
my guess is
again,
early November.
okay, good. And trust me, if not, if they don't want to come on, you come on again, and I'll help you promote it. Anything I can do.
Sounds
I think
great.
the world of you.
I appreciate you.
You are fantastic. What else do we have? What else did we do? We got to do one more thing, don't we?
One more thing. This is the comedy minute now.
It's it is time, Zahan.
It's time.
Let me make sure, in all honesty,
Yeah.
beyond the thing on Amazon, anything else, I know, as I said earlier, you're probably the hardest working comedian, the hardest working guy I know. Your term is always grinding. If there's anything else you want to tell the people, tell them, and then we're going to do it.
No, nothing else going on. I'm just booking other comics to make to
Yeah.
ends meet. I'm booking myself a tour across Canada and breweries right now,
And
and
you
I'm
produce
focused on that
shows.
TV show.
You mentioned these folks, you produce shows.
I produce shows. I love bringing up New York comics. They're my favorite comics. I got
Good,
Caitlin
good.
Palufo from New York coming up the beginning of October for 4 nights, and then yeah, just keep
Okay.
going.
Cool, cool. Well, let's do it. It's time. Zahan Sigara, your comedy minute. Go ahead, my friend.
All right, so back to the early July when I was in Florida. We went out to. I was with the Florida comics. We said, let's go to my buddy's house. He's got a boat. So we were in Clearwater area, and he took us out on his boat all day with his wife and his daughter, and they were drinking. We're drinking Miller Lights all day, and we're jamming to country music in the boat. Very American day. I felt very, very American, right out in Florida on this little boat, and we're having a good time. Then we go back to his place, and we hop in his pool, and we're still drinking. And this guy was an ex-Marine, right? Big
Okay.
dude. I know he's a current Marine, I guess. And he was just like off. And he was probably 25, 30 beers in. And so we left there, and he's like, "Oh, let's go to this bar real quick, and then you guys can leave for your show." So, all right. So we went to this weird dive bar, which everyone was smoking in, which I didn't know people could, but whatever. And we were there for like 10 minutes, had one more drink, and we're like, all right, we got to go. He's like, "Oh, I want to come to the show. I want to come to the show." I was like, "Yeah, yeah, come to the show. It's fine."
Oh no.
So we go to this little open mic type show because it was an off night, and we do some comedy, and it was pretty bad. It was just like nobody there, so we're just kind of trying out new jokes. Everyone's just dicking around. This guy starts just heckling us while we're on stage, his friend. So like whatever, nobody's here. Then we leave there and we go to Side Splitters, where Lewis was filming his special that night. Because I went down there because I did a guest spot on Lewis's special. Then I had another show a few days later, and This guy was plastered by this point. Since Lose show was
Oh,
over by the time he
25
got there.
beers. I didn't get past 25 beers, 23 beers.
He got to the point where he wanted to fight everyone he met. So he comes up to me and he puts his hand on my shoulder and he goes, I like you. You're a nice guy. But I've been deployed in the Middle East and you look like the enemy. So I might kill you.
Good Lord. Good Lord.
So I looked at him. He's about 6'5" and a trained Marine. And, I'm 5'8" and fat ish. And I'm like, okay, good to know. Thanks for the warning. So I just went to the other side of the bar for the rest of the night. And then he picked fights with like 6 or 7 other people, including some women.
Oh my God.
So we were like, okay, we got to get out of here. So we took an Uber to like this bar down the street where apparently everyone from the club went to. And then he started picking a fight with his buddy outside. So then his
Oh
buddy
no.
finally got him into an Uber on the way home. And this is my favorite part. 10 minutes later, the Uber driver walks into the bar. And he comes up to us, he goes, hey, did you guys just put that guy in my Uber to go to wherever? And he's like, yeah. He's like, he tried to fight me, so I kicked him out. He's like, oh, where is he? He goes, he's about 3 miles that way. He goes, he's far enough. He's not going to make it back here. He's got a phone. It's his problem now.
Well, that was a comedy minute, I'll tell you that. Well, thank you.
No, thank you.
It was best of luck to you. Hang on a second. I'm going to stop the recording. Thank you very much, Zahan. It's always a pleasure.